What up, everybody? What's good? You gotta stay careful of them ops. We're back again. It's your boy Jovonni Christian for another podcast. Great show, and I'm the host. Beginning of the never ending. In this chapter, we archive the story of Rocky Campbell. Now, in his origin story, as a professional gamer, you will hear the grinder's journey of power. Whether in 360 no scoping on Xbox Live, these losers teabagging them just so they know who's boss, or literally being swatted by police suspected of illegal crimes. His story is eye-opening, and I'm grateful to call him a friend. Now, this chapter we have an art donation by MKC Mukyangi. The piece was chosen by Mr. Campbell himself. And as always, we gotta thank everyone who's been watching our stuff and who's joining our community. Please take a moment, watch it through its entirety, because if you find any value, right, share it with friends, man. Get it viral. Now, also, we have a Discord channel, and we would like for you guys to join. Please check it out. Check out the description. And if you're an artist and would like to donate your paintings, potentially be featured on the show, please message our moderators on whatever, because you can get your stuff all up in here. Maybe featured on our wall. Now, I would like to take a second. We're sitting at 188 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Our goal is 500. I love the progress we're making. So please, if you would like to subscribe, comment, that's great. Just in the description, in the comments below, just post, right? Hey, I'm number 189, right? So, thank you for everyone who's been supporting. Thank you for everyone who's been joining us. And we have a show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7 p.m. time. If you want to come, Pacific Standard Time. If you want to come join us. But without further ado, Mr. Rocky John Campbell. What's up? Hello, everybody. Welcome back for another chapter 34 of the beginning of the never ending. We are hopping in a story of a really, really close friend of mine. We lost connection for a long time, so this is gonna be really cool to kind of see and catch up and kind of intertwine like our life stories together. And as those who don't know, this is the story of people, the journey of essentially the human story of life. As AI approaches, as quantum computing comes, we want to not lose sight of what it feels like to be us, to be human. And so our goal is to enjoy the stories of us and each other, and to archive as many lives as possible so no one's forgotten. So welcome to the beginning, and in order to do the beginning right, we must start at the very beginning. Mr. Rocky Campbell.
What's up, Jovonni, man?
I can't forget the Rocky John Campbell.
Rocky John Campbell, yeah.
And so I'm really, really interested in jumping into it. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, sir.
So to do it, where does it begin, man? Where are we starting
I don't even know.
Way back. Do you know your ethnicity ancestry.com thing?
No, I haven't done that. But I got great grandpas, and that's about it. I know from there, but I really don't know my lineage, to be exact. I have my great grandpa actually was the first psychiatrist in Pasadena, California, Georgia. From my family, yeah.
What side?
My mother's side. So George L. Mallory was actually really great man. Lived a really good life. Was really active. Great philanthropist. Overall great man, taught me a lot of things and how to be patient. I think that's where it started from, just patience.
Whoa, so you got to connect with him?
Yeah. Whoa. I did a biop on him, actually, on his life.
Yo.
Yeah. For my paper, I was going to school at Chafee, so I figured, why not just do it on my grandpa? I mean, I got a living legend here.
Right.
So at first I went to the old folks' home, tried to figure it out.
Yeah.
Met a racist white lady, and that didn't go so well because she was, referring to me as the N hard N too. It's just like, I was like, okay, lady, I get it, but No. So went to my great grandpa and gave me a whole life story about segregation, about how he even got into his occupation. He has a plaque up there too in the hospital. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
How would you describe him?
Calm, gentle. When he talks exact. If that makes any sense. He doesn't leave anything to spare. Like, you don't have to guess. And it's like we're speaking. Just a regular person.
Right.
Doesn't have to be overboard. Just get to what you need to say, and that's it. So, really taught me a lot from that.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Do you kind of feel as if meeting your great grandfather, did you get to experience anyone else like that, great grandfathers or mothers from either your father, or was it specifically him?
No, just him. I mean, just him that I've actually got to connect with.
Right.
Other than my grandpa. I mean, my grandpa's triple OG.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But
and that's from your mother's side as well?
My mother's side, yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, my grandpa and his sister, they live side by side.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. They live side by side in LA.
Oh, yo.
Houses side by side. And they're trying to gentrify it and all that. They live right by Ram Stadium.
Oh.
They're never selling, but it's just that's history. So, I have a lot of like LA history in my family. That it comes and goes with it, the good and bad.
Sure.
So the good is my great grandpa, he helped a lot,
right.
A lot of people, So and then my grandpa, he was actually in sanitation for I don't know how many years. He was sanitation, and when I was actually living in LA, picked up my garbage, gave me little stickers. Hey, what's up, Rockless? What's up, Grandpa? Just go back in the house. So. Whenever I went outside when I was in LA, I had to be with my dad. There was no going outside like that. At that time, especially, you got to go on with your dad. So go out there, hey, Dad, or my mom, hey, hey, Grandpa, and that was that. So it was a beautiful thing.
So your grandfather from your mother's side was close to your father as well?
My great-grandpa?
Oh, no, your grandfather.
Kind of in a sense. I mean, they all knew each other.
Okay.
They all knew each other. My grandpa didn't really particularly see eye to eye with my great grandpa side of the family, like my grandma's, direct. They didn't really see eye to eye because of my grandma's brother. They have quarrels and things like that. So,
is your grandmother kind of like, is she a special character as well?
Oh, my great grandma, my grandma, yeah. My grandma, you seen my grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace, my grandma, man. She was a great character. She molded me to the person I am, you know what I'm saying? So, like, just think before you do things. Because when I was younger, I was just on impulse. Just if you didn't, if I didn't like it or if you made me mad, then we fighting. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I knew was combat because of my dad. With her, especially with her working in East LA at probation office. There was none of that. They call her the warden, so the general. So there was none of that. So she ran a tight house, and she's really missed, man. My grandma was a real one. She was
kind of the rock to keep things going.
Oh yeah, yeah. Both of my grandmothers, they both passed. The ones I was really close with, both passed, and I would say those are big pillars in our family, So when they passed, it kind of got weird, trying to meet up with family, trying to link up, do things. Cause it's like, grandma's not, who cooking, who doing this, who is not the same, you want that feeling back, but you're never gonna get that back. So
it's so interesting how grandmothers really kind of like instill that kind of value of just how important it is to connect together.
Yeah.
That is for sure a shoe that's hard to fill.
Oh yeah.
You mentioned that your grandmother from your father's side was also trying to contribute to that as well.
Oh yeah.
Was she kind of the same spirit or energy, or
yes,
or is hers different?
Yes, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit, but you would never know. I mean, I have grandma and granny, and I can't call one grandma and granny. It gets kind of confusing. So if I call grandma granny, she's like, what did you say? That's not my name. So my granny from my dad's side, she didn't play that You know, when she told you to do something, do it. Kind of like military. That's how my family's kind of ran. You know, military, you once is enough. So if I got to tell you a second time, there's going to be a problem. So you better want to listen the first time when I'm telling you something. So yeah, my granny always kept it honest, fair, and was always about family. Even with family functions, if I was living in Rancho, family lived in Moreno Valley. Come pick me up. She'll pick me up and take me. So
wow, she'll make the drive.
Yeah,
yo, that's
the importance of family for her.
Wow,
you know, so yeah,
make it happen.
Yeah.
Wow. And so your grandpa married to your granny?
Well, nah. That's a whole little thing. So my grandpa is on my mom's side. My granny is my dad's side.
Right.
So no, it's a whole different thing. So how my mom and dad got dad got together. They're in L.A. So it's just two different families. So they never really met. You know, my grandma, they knew each other, but it wasn't like that. They knew hi and bye because of me, you know, but it wasn't like marriage or anything like that. It wasn't nothing.
Did you get to meet your grandfather from your father's side?
Nah. I don't know. Maybe, sure. I don't know, because, you know, when my granny passed, I did see somebody. He was large. He was tall. And I was like, oh, who's you? But might have been him, might have not. I don't know, you know. So, you know, that side of the family is real mysterious, real Batman-ish. Don't know what's going on. So, you know, I don't know.
You had a really, really good explanation for your grandma and I call him the double OG.
Yeah.
over here.
Double OG. Triple double.
Triple double over here. Triple OG.
Yeah.
In the sanitation space.
Yeah.
How did I'm so interested. Your great grandfather was a psychiatrist. I'm so curious. Like your mother, what type of like person?
Oh man, my mom. She all over the place, man. But one thing my mother instilled in me is, if you're going to do something, get it done by any means necessary, because if there's an obstacle in your way, you need to go and do it. There's no complaining about it. There's no, well, I can't do it. No, because I've seen my mom make a way out of no way, you know. So my mom's very gentle, real nice, but when she gets mad, it's a problem. You know, she always said when I was younger, you know, you're not too tall for me to go get a bat and beat you. So, you know,
thug.
That's
the dude. Yo, my mom might, listen, come from I don't know if they came from the same city.
That's soil, man. I don't know.
Like, what's happening here? But they're built differently.
They're built different. So,
yeah,
you know, you kind of hold that more closer, especially nowadays. You know, you see everybody growing up, you see different ideas and beliefs, and you see like, wow, like, you know, I was raised really well. You know, I wasn't in the street life. I wasn't doing all this crazy. I could have, you know, thankfully my dad moved us out of LA. You know, I could have had a different route. You know, I could have been my dad's street name for real, you know, but, you know, we got out of there and we, you know, live in the suburbs, you know, so it's a good thing. But, you know, I say that just to say it's like, you never know what type of position that you might be in or you know, could be placed in, because had things been different, you know, I had a different dad or how he moved, or, you know, didn't get the money that he did, I would have still been over there and causing hell. You know, I would have been dead, you know. So like I always say this, my friend, when I used to live out there in LA, he's in jail for double murder. You know, he's never getting out, you know, and I always reflect at it as like, that could have been me, you know. You know, I used to go to his house, you know, play NBA Jam and everything, and
wow,
that could have been me, you know. But thankfully, I have the family I have that see like, no, we gonna get you out of there. We've been there, done that. You don't need to do that. You get out, and if you try to do it, we really gonna hurt you. So I can't do nothing. I can't. I'm telling you, the type of my family is. If I try to do something, it's we already know. So just go ahead and just be truthful and let us know so that way we can figure it out. If not, there will be reprimands, so I stay away. I play video games.
He said, I play it safe here.
I play video games, man.
I get all the violence
that.
out through the video games.
Man, because especially when you live in that type of neighborhood, you've seen it. You've seen it, done it, my house has been raided 4 times,
Jeez, dude.
Yeah.
When was this?
When I was living in LA with my dad was all over. I mean, all over LA. So, doing what he was doing, come get him, kicking the door every time, kicking the door, and you see things, as a young person. I've seen a lot. I've seen, bodies drop. I've had to be in the bathtub with bullets flying, and
Rocky, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, this is when I'm young.
How old are you thinking?
I'm like, when I got out of there, it's like, this is like 3 when I can remember. I saw it 3 through 8, I want to say. Because I was still sometimes going back with my dad, like driving, going on with him. So 3 to 8 when it's solid, when I'm like, I didn't know, I'm just with my dad. I'm untouchable. I didn't know what was really going on. So naive. Right. But now you think about it, it's like, man, I was really in warfare, So I kind of stay away from that. And when people talk about it, I'm like, yo, you don't even know what it really is.
Yeah.
You don't know what it is. And you try, this new generation try to make fun of and light of death and murder. It's not cute. It's not fun, man. It's not fun. That stuff gives you PTSD.
Right. Yeah, for real. So you're there from 3 to 8. You explain your mother. How would you describe your father?
Batman. Batman. That's my dad. So I know when I need him, I can call him, but he's not there like in your face and all that. He don't do that. Partly because he probably didn't have that. And you can't blame him. You can't blame him or at fault, but at least he's trying. At least I can call him. Some people can't even call their dad. Some people don't know their dad.
Right.
So you give him a pass for that. But as far as describing him, yeah, Batman would be the best. Dark Knight would be probably the best. If I really need him, he's there.
You're there from 3 to 8. You mentioned that one of the things about you specifically is the kind of fighting.
Yeah. Right?
That's that kind of aspect.
Yeah.
How would you describe kind of yourself, if that makes sense? Like, how would you describe yourself as a child? What type of child? What type of personality were you?
Man, I was a firecracker. I mean, Jesus. I wanted to be just like my dad. I wanted to be, because at the time, that was my superhero. Like, he was getting money. We had cars. We had go-karts. I had a quarter pipe in my backyard at one point. I was living. Like, I've had things that kids wouldn't even have, So I'm like, I'm going to be you. That's not a good idea. Growing up and you see the trials and tribulations that man has had, I don't want to be that. And he doesn't want me to be that, but
he's trying to make ends meet as well.
Exactly. But how I would characterize myself, younger, firecracker. I would just like to fight. That's how I would get to know you. Let's fight. Let's fight and figure it out from there. If you don't like me, you don't like me. But
what part of LA here?
West side of LA in the jungles. Yeah. So yeah. It's nothing to be glorifying, nothing like that. I'd rather that's past stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's more of my dad's like story. But the stuff that he's done in his life, he instilled in me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you feel the mentality? Or
mentality-wise.
Okay.
Mentality-wise. So mentality-wise, especially younger, is like, if you want something, get it. Don't let nothing stop you. Because who gonna stop you? Nobody. And people are people just like you. So when I was younger, I was holding cans. I was doing push-ups. I hated working out. I despised it because of him. I hated working out. Like, every time I got in trouble, I had to run laps, push-ups, and then still get whooped. That don't make no sense.
I did my time.
I did. Man, you doing burpees, push-ups. My grandma's telling, stop. No, gotta hit the push-ups. But it makes me think now, like, he was doing that for a purpose, like trying to instill discipline in me. But it was the wrong type of discipline. You know, I'm a child. I don't know when, like, you got to talk to me. The physical punishment as a child, in my eyes, because I had it a lot, it don't work, man.
Right.
Just talk. Let's use our words. Let's talk and let's figure it out. Let's have an action plan. But yeah, reckless, firecracker, and just love to fight.
Are you going through school like this too? Like elementary school? Like,
Man, yes.
You squaring up in middle?
Yes. Yes.
Yo, I was fighting in elementary.
I was fighting in the YMCA.
Yo.
I was fighting in the YMCA. I was wild back then, Jovonni.
So what was it? Was it anger? Was it frustration?
It was pure anger.
For what? Like, what was you?
I was just mad for no reason. I just had anger just because. I couldn't even explain it. I can't even explain it. I was just so frustrated. Partly maybe because I didn't know who I was or who I wanted to be. You know, I was trying to live up to my dad's name. Like, I gotta be.
Oh, did people remind you about that a lot?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Rocky comes from your dad's street name.
Yeah.
John comes from your.
That's his legal name.
So you're doing essentially is feeling like you filled someone's shoes. I mean, I'm trying to imagine.
Exactly.
Child, right?
Exactly. I feel like that, but my family's saying I don't. But I feel like it.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like I have to take on his persona in a sense. You know, I have to be mysterious. Don't talk to nobody. Just show up when the action. You know, like, and you don't have to do that.
Right.
You know, so when I was younger, I was kicking people down flights of stairs when we were at the YMCA, dude. Like, yeah, we're at the baseball game. Someone called me a hard in. We were in with Miss Amber, if you ever remember.
Yo. Holy smokes.
Miss Amber, like, she looked out for me. But yeah, Trevor went up to us. I don't think you ever remember, but was cussing us out. Called hard in. I kicked him, and he fell down. We're up, you know, YMCA, we're up in the nose, but I shouldn't have did that. I could have potentially killed him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's real life.
Real life. I didn't care. When I was younger, I didn't care because I didn't understand repercussions. But now I do. I understand, like, hey, you can't go around hitting people and doing, just talk.
Right.
Just talk. And some people will talk back, you know, and if they don't, it's okay. Move on. Just move on. They're not worth it.
So you're going throughout elementary school with this kind of thing.
You said your friends, you would be like, you would fight. Did anyone else have a different mentality, friend wise?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, okay.
All of them they didn't see life like that. I mean, you know, my best friend Jordan, I fought him. First day YMCA. Oh, you don't like me, I don't like you. Best friends. Best friends. But he doesn't see the world like that. Half of my friends don't see the world like that. But just me growing up in LA, seeing the stuff that I've seen, is like, man, like, this is a cakewalk. Like, this is whatever to me, you know. So I've always had that on guard mentality where I gotta bully. I have to be the bully, or you get bullied. You know, if that makes sense, because that's how my dad is. You know, you either be bullied or you get bullied. So I figured, when I was younger, I'm gonna be the bully. I'm not gonna be a asshole per se, because I was never an asshole. I'll give you whatever but once you press my buttons, I will be that type of person, you know, and don't have to do that in life.
So it must have changed. So when you found out that you were moving, when you found out that you were moving from San Bernardino, LA to
I moved to LA. No, I moved to LA to Rialto. From Rialto to, I moved like 10 times in my life. I moved 10 to 12 times in my life.
So was that like an exciting thing for you?
No.
Like, excited to go to the IE?
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't know.
Oh, you just like,
we moving. That's how black people, we moving. All right. Just go mosey down the road. It's time to go. So, you know.
Here's your notice.
Yeah. Now. The thing that messed me up when I was younger is just the whole moving, because I couldn't get close to friends, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why I hold the YMCA in such high regards, because that's the longest I've ever been to one place as a school-wise, you know what I'm saying?
Real.
So, yeah, that wild times, moving around, schools from school.
Yeah.
You know, it's not a great place to be in because it's like you feel like you don't have a home. You know, it's nothing stable.
Yeah.
You know, and so now that I'm older, that's all I want. I don't want drama. I don't want anything.
Right.
I want to be as stable as I possibly can and just be literally just complete. You know, so that's what I strive for now. Younger me wouldn't have done none of this. I would have probably been dead.
You're any brothers and sisters?
No, I'm only one.
You rocking solo.
Solo.
So your mother and your father, when you guys moved out, they moved out together. I hope, right? Or
Well, when initially, yeah, we moved in with my grandma to Rialto.
oh, and that's your grandma from.
My mom's side.
oh,
Yeah, so-
this is starting to make sense.
Yeah, so we moved from LA to with my grandma. And so my dad was still doing stuff. We got raided at my grandma's house.
Oh, so she
And the
was
safe was in my room. The safe has always been in my room. Isn't that crazy? As a young child,
brother.
I'm holding a lot of money. I was taught different out here, man. And it's
it.
not. Yeah, I've seen it all. I've seen it all.
cow.
I've seen it all. So it's like this stuff that people do, and it's like I'm hard. Okay, cool. You're the hardest. Ooh, like you've never been through anything. You know, like you've never been through hardships. You know, so yeah. It's
Yo,
wild.
those are. Can you what is that like? The whole kind of rating process. It's like imagine your grand. That's like
It's not fun, man.
yeah. Imagine not.
So they knock, and then they bust the door.
It's not even. There's no like, hey, wait up. Let me open the door real
No,
quick.
it's police. Bow. Flashlights. I remember when I was younger, flashlights. They seen I was a young kid. My mom going crazy and everything, trying to find my dad. You know, just crazy life.
Jeez, man.
It make you see things like these people just kicking my door. Like
Yeah.
I'm in
4 times?
4 times, man. Kicking the door with the fofo.
Okay. Holy shit. So
Yeah.
so, right.
Yo, so
You're going through middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of like feelings. Do you ever feel
I
like
was numb to it. I was numb to life. I was numb. I was like, what more possibly? Because look, I didn't even tell you. I got ran over. My dad ran me over with the go-kart. So I was like, I already been through pain. I shattered all my fingernails before when I was young. I've been through pain. I've been through it all. Like I've been through pain. So it was like, what? When I come out here to the IE, it's like this is a cakewalk. I'm with the non-colored. This is fun. I'm skateboarding now. Like it's cool.
okay. So it's the shift of cultures.
Yes.
Was like the beginning of the shift, like kind of like seeing a life that's possible.
That's possible. Yeah.
Because YMCA, you mentioned it was a big part as well. How soon did you go there?
Teen center. So no, not even teen center. I was like middle school. Yeah.
Right.
Intermediate.
Middle school.
So
Yeah.
it's 6th grade. 6th grade. I was in YMCA until almost I was about to go freshman year. And Brian didn't let me. Brian, the director, didn't let me. I'm still cool with Brian. I'm still cool with everybody that.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Yo, shout outs to you.
Shout out
man.
to Brian, man. Brian the YMCA. See, boy. Yeah.
So, what was it about? Kind of like, you're the only child,
Yeah.
right? You're seeing a lot of things happening at home. Home does not seem safe. Imagine, like,
No, I mean it's safe to a degree.
Sure.
When my dad was around, I mean, you never know.
Right.
You know, but I'd say this about my dad. We didn't have no transients at the house. We didn't have none of that. Like, come on, man, none of that. I've never seen it. So, but I've seen what he's done in the house. You know, so that makes it unsafe, and what he had in the house is very unsafe.
so are you feeling as if now, like, okay, being at home, right?
Yeah.
It's a hit or miss, you know? So are you like, let's go adventure? Is that kind of
when I was younger,
like middle school area?
Middle school, yeah. I mean, that's why my mom put me in YMCA, because she was like, you got to do something, because you can't be at the house because you get into too much stuff. You know, when I was younger, like I wanted to be like my dad, so I was like, I'm gonna try to figure something out. I started reading books, and I started making bombs when I was like 9, out here, bro.
Stop it, bro.
I'm telling you.
Stop the cap.
I put this on my grandmother. You can ask my
were
mom.
making.
Yeah, out of simple household items. Ask my mom. I'll get a little bottle. It wasn't like fire or anything like that.
Holy
Just
shit.
like a compression bomb. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you mean.
Yeah, and just shake it up and bam. What was that? Nothing. Nothing. Just having fun. Just because I didn't have nobody to talk to. I was by myself, so I had to think outside the box to have fun. I was really thinking outside the box.
Like,
super.
real.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Okay. So school. How are you doing in school?
Terrible.
Really?
Terrible. I was really smart. I just didn't want to apply myself.
I mean, clearly you're making you're making bombs here. Yeah,
I just didn't want to apply myself. I swear to you, I just didn't want to. It just didn't make sense to me. School didn't make sense to me. It's like I could go read a book to go get knowledge. Why am I sitting here for all this time when I could go read a book? No, I'll go play video games, because video games has always been a constant for me.
Right.
It's always been that constant where I could just put some headphones on and I don't have to hear the outside space, and I can just feel like I'm me. You know, if that makes any sense. So, yeah.
The sense of escape.
Yeah, exactly. And I needed it. So, yeah. No, I wasn't doing no school. School smooth. I'm playing this Call of Duty, and I'm playing this Soldier Front, and that was that. You know, I was really good at computer games. Really, really good. To the
Before
point,
esports, we knew everything.
yeah,
right?
I was esports before esports was there. You know,
For real.
and it was a cool thing. You know, I had a chance to go to Asia. Again, black parents don't believe in gaming at that time, especially at that time.
Right.
It's a heck no, and it's not no heck no, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
I hear you.
I couldn't. My dreams, and I knew what I wanted to do, being the gamer I am still to this day, it was shot down. You know, all the opportunities I had was shot down because at the time it didn't make sense. You're just sitting there playing games and you think you're about to get some money. No, you better go to school. I don't like school. So that was the quarrel in my house. Go to school. No. Go to school. No. Oh, go to school. Okay. Come back. And I'm playing video games. And you at work.
So you're going through school. You're passing. You just do it. Hey, you
I just do the bare minimum.
Do the minimum. You're at home. You feel like you're escaping. So when did you said you mentioned that the YMCA helped a lot with that shift?
Yeah.
And then you said skateboarding did as well.
Yeah.
Can you describe first the YMCA, your experience there?
Man, YMCA was that was it, man. It opened my eyes to a lot of stuff, because without the YMCA and without those field trips, I probably wouldn't have been to half the places I've been to. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me. So thank you. As a younger person going to Raging Waters, going to these places, and it's like, wow, like I could do this. This is fun. Like I'm with people and I'm having fun. This is cool. I wasn't able to experience that because I'm, again, the only child, and we were, you know, without my dad, we were kind of like hurting, you know. So it's like we don't get to do those things, you know. So my grandma bought me a skateboard. I've always had a skateboard. My dad bought me, again, when I mentioned it earlier, the quarter pipe in the backyard when we were in Rialto. That's how he would show his affection. Just like, yeah, get him the quarter pipe, build a quarter pipe in the house. Oh, get a go-kart. Oh, get a dirt bike. That's what I had from my dad, but he was just never there, you know. So
you get things, but not like
yeah.
But
without that quarter pipe in the backyard in Rialto, I wouldn't have been skateboarding. And that's very instrumental in my life, skateboarding, because it showed me just to get up. You know, you take these crazy falls. I mean, hard falls.
Dude, for real.
And you have to get up. Cause
what year is this?
What? When I had what?
Around this, like the skateboarding time.
Oh, when I really got into skateboarding, it's like Lupe Fiasco, drop, kick, push, dude.
It was game changing.
It's game changer.
That was when we were playing with Tony Hawk Pro Skater. We were going heavy on that game too, man. Unlocking cheat codes.
Dude, at the YMCA, remember with the YMCA, bro, we would have a stack of games, and then we will go to the Ontario Mills. And be like, all right, we need to get a new game. We need to trade this one in and bring your money. You put your money in. We're getting this Ninja Turtle game. Remember?
Ninja Turtle game
Ninja Turtle was so sick.
That shit was so good.
I remember, and we didn't have the money for it. So we're like, oh, how are we going to get the rest? I was like, I know. We're going to start a black fund. Can you help young black Negroes? And we got the money. I remember.
We did.
We got them. Yeah.
We did though. What was wild? What was wild about that is like we were building it from nothing. We had this like jank look Xbox, right? We had to play GoldenEye off of it. It was so hard because they had this rolling big. This was back when back in school we had these big ass on like a rolling cart.
Push it in.
Push it in, and everything was like you only could play for so long. We're looking at this lady like. What do you mean we can only play? Stop it. Come on now.
Right.
Man, it was crazy. That's crazy that you remember that.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you remember the field trips as well.
Yeah.
It's so interesting as a child, but you don't understand. All you see is these moments you have with someone.
Yeah.
But you have no clue what happens when you go home.
Yeah.
It's like you just don't know.
You just, bye.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just thinking, I'll just see you tomorrow.
Yep.
Because that's tomorrow's always going to come.
Exactly. You don't know.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
What oh, man. So then, skateboarding has been the place now where you can go adventure.
Yeah.
Are you on Fontana, Rialto?
At the time when I'm starting to venture out, where am I? I'm in Rancho. I'm in Rancho. I'm starting to skateboard. I'm just crazy. I'm about to enter high school. So I'm going to Spruce Park like every day. I'm skating at Spruce Park.
Bro.
Every day. I'm going from, because I used to live at the Strathmores. So I was just every day get up, listen to Tribe Called Quest, brush my teeth, get my board, tell my grandma, I'm going to skateboard. Okay. And that was it. Now I come home like when it's almost dark.
Kids would be able to go outside, man.
Man.
Without it was like, who's gonna take your kid, right?
Right.
Now
right.
Parents are like,
you can't do it.
Yeah, you gotta have, but we would just go like miles.
Yes.
And no one would know.
Yeah.
Dude, we would, and you'd just be like, shh, okay.
I gotta go.
Right, because if you show up after those lights, it's on and on.
Exactly.
But that was the thing, just get here before dark. It's in the daytime. Man, so what would you do? You just like...
I'll just skate all day. I would skate. Well, actually, I had a routine. So, me and, Jordan, we had a routine. So, we get up, get $10, go to Click and Connect, go play some games, like Counter-Strike or whatever.
CS.
Yeah, have like some 2-hour session CS. Baskin Robbins is right there because at the time, Click and Connect is on Milliken and Church. Yeah, Milliken Church, right by Rouse, right there on Foothill at the time. It's a veterinarian's place now, but go there, get some ice cream after, and then go skate, and then go home, and then play for more video games. Rinse, repeat on the weekends, every weekend.
Best summer, dude.
Yeah, every weekend, dude.
Your life is simple.
Yeah,
but it's peace.
Yeah.
You are going through this. Are you into sports at all?
Yeah, I am. I'm big into football.
Okay.
Love the Jets. Love the Jets. Love the Jets. And man, I shouldn't be a Jets fan in California, but I mean, it's okay.
Let it rock.
Let it rock. I mean, we had the alumni. We had Mark Sanchez, but shout out to him. So definitely into football, but now I'm getting into basketball. So I had no idea about basketball. Didn't watch it, not a lick when I was younger because it didn't interest me. It wasn't physical enough for me. But now since I'm older and I see the intricacies and the technical things that you can do with a basketball, I'm like, this is crazy. This is really fun. And I find myself being out there for hours before injury, just playing. Just have headphones on and just have my music and just hooping. Just at peace.
You're with your kind of school. You're going to high school.
Yeah.
You kind of have a new identity. How would you describe yourself now before entering high school versus when you were a child?
So entering high school, my identity, I was all over the place at that time because I was trying to find me. I rap. I was into rap, beats, making music sounds. I was all into that. And then the skateboarding And then I'm like, well, where do I fit in? You know, and you're going to the high school, you're not black enough for the blackies, you're not white enough for the whiteys, you know. So it's like, who do I cling to?
Right.
You know, so I honestly in high school I was kind of like solo dolo still. Like if you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't.
No shot.
I promise you.
There has to be some person.
Not really. Like I had like a handful, like about 4 people that I really like talked to.
Sure.
But wasn't like let's go hang out after school or nothing like that. But actually, excuse me, hold on. I'm doing a disservice.
Yeah.
There's one. There is actually.
All right, yeah.
There's one. Name is Chris. Yeah, he's my ace actually. He's definitely my ace. If we didn't meet, I would definitely have no friends. I would have definitely had no. I'm telling you, I would have definitely had no, because I was all over the place. You know, like one day I'm skating, one day I'm with the thugs, one day I'm chopping up with the whites. You know, like who are you?
But YMCA
you know?
will do that to you.
Exactly.
Because you'll just have
identity crisis.
Yeah, you have so many things, you know?
Yes.
If you're going 3 years in YMCA to, you know, middle school, you know, going through and connecting with all those people, I imagine your whole identity shifts a little bit because now you see the kind of possibilities.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I be doing certain things when I could just, you know, be doing things that we would do to have fun and stuff?
Exactly.
So, Chris, can you describe him? Well, first, you mentioned that you had a really good friend back in the YMCA.
Yeah. Oh, Jordan? Yeah.
Tell me about Jordan.
Oh, man. Jordan is cool, calm, collected.
Dang.
Really, really gifted. He's super gifted. I mean, he can probably draw this whole setup if he really wanted to. He takes his time with things. He trusts the process. I tell you that. When I'm frustrated or mad about something, I'll go ask him, or another person that we talk to. I'll go ask him about some console, because I can't lie. Sometimes I'm still hot headed, you know, when things, you know, go on. But I try to use counsel now before I strike, you know. So he's definitely one in my counsel, you know. But more so, Chris has definitely been the one, because we met when we were freshmen. We didn't like each other. It's crazy. All my friends, we just don't like each other. But it's like we met each other, and then we just started walking together to the house, because he lived in Strathmore's freshman year. So we going to the house together. So we're like, oh, you live right here? He lives right in front of me, dude. Like right in front of me. So had some times. He left my skateboard out. Rain, like thundering rain.
Oof.
Came back. Here you go, Rock. Bro, like it's warped. My bad. Best friend for life. Best friend for life. Best friend. I wouldn't trade him for nothing, because again, it's one of those guys, like if you really have a problem, or you just want to vent, or just something's going on, without judging, you know, just having a serious talk. Just he's a good person just to talk to, you know. So
I don't think many people appreciate that. How good it feels to not be judged.
Yeah.
To be accepted.
Yeah.
So you found someone who can actually accept you.
Exactly. So and maybe that's been my duality in life, trying to feel accepted. But I've came to a realization, the older me, you know, you don't have to be accepted. Just do what you like to do. And if people like it, people are going to like it. If they don't, they're still going to comment, and you're still going to get traction. So regardless, just do what you want to do. And that's been my biggest insecurity, because, you know, I've been trying to push this whole gaming thing, and I felt like I wasn't good enough, you know. But record reflect, I'm killing everybody. But
Put some respect on my name.
man, let the record reflect. I've been here before everybody. But no, just the duality in life. Just, you don't need everybody's acceptance. You know, you can be who you are and stand tall on that. That should be good enough. Being you should be good enough, you know. So,
yo, being you should be good enough.
yeah.
Holy snap.
That's a bar.
Yeah.
You were right. You were a rapper.
Yeah.
Poetry right there. So you also, I want to take just a small little detour back real quick.
Yeah.
You mentioned you almost had an opportunity to go to Asia.
Yeah.
Can you just, what happened?
Man, dude, so there's an online game called Soldier Front. I was really, really good at it. I had some some players from Canada, and at the time I'm young, and I would need the parental guidance and all the have to go with me and all that. But I didn't know that you couldn't have a Canadian on your team or American team because they have to represent their country. So we got disqualified. So I couldn't find a replacement, and the double whammy is my mom said no. So that kind of shot down. But I mean, I've been still trying to chase this passion because I know I've got the skill. It's just are you willing to expose yourself? Good, bad, ugly. Are you willing to do that? Because it comes with the good and the bad. You get the praises, but then you get those comments. It's like, wow, maybe I shouldn't do that.
Right.
So I'm not gonna stop. I've been taught if you're gonna do something, finish it out. So I'm gonna be gaming until I'm 71, brother.
Let's get it, baby. Let's get it.
I'm gonna be gaming until I'm 71.
You're building a new family.
Yeah.
Jordan and Chris is kind of in the squad.
Yeah.
You're going through our high school,
But it is a sense of,
Yeah.
right? Any teachers, any mentors?
No mentors per se. I have an older person. I mean, actually found him in gaming, playing PC.
Yo.
Yeah, his name's Isaiah. He's actually, I would say, my mentor, if you want to keep it real. There's been times and instances in my life where it's like, he's told me, like, look, you need to do this. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it, just being hot-headed and just not listening. And things come to fruition, and I should have did it. So that's one person where it's like big life decisions where it's like, is this going to detriment my life? I call him. Those you have to have different people for different things, I feel like. And not just saying like you're using them, but everybody has their different expertise in life.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it's like, if I need really good information on something, I'm going to go to him. If I need to talk about real life things, I would go to Chris. If I'm going to try to formulate a business plan or anything artistic, I would go to Jordan. I'm not saying one is better than the other, none of that, but everybody has their own expertise as they see in me, So that's how you make that community.
Go to a doctor.
Exactly.
For sure, hey, how
can you help me find the right shoes?
Exactly.
I need to go to Foot Locker. You're in the wrong place.
Exactly.
So I'm curious here. Your gaming has connected you with people.
Yeah.
Having fun has connected you with people. But in high school, school is like driven, especially when we were kids. Like, you better go to college. This is it. This is what you're doing. Like, this is what's happening. This is it. And I don't know if you got to meet your great grandfather at that point.
Yeah, he was still in my life.
So I imagine he was pretty school oriented.
Everybody. When I say everybody, because I'm supposed to be the anomaly. I made it out the hood.
Right.
I'm supposed to, the whole little story to nine. I didn't want to do all that. I want to just play video games.
Right.
I want to play video games, make skits, and make people laugh, because that's who I am.
Right.
I want to be me. I don't feel like school is where I'm at. And I went to school for architectural design. And I'm pretty darn close to graduating, but I chose not to. I felt the need to. It's not for me. Why am I gonna keep putting my energy in something that I'm not going to be happy at? What makes me happy is seeing other people happy, and I know that video games connects every genre, race, anything that's going wrong with you. We can all connect on something, and that's why I just use that platform. But school, nah. And I got a lot of flack for it. A lot.
I imagine so.
Oh, a lot. I went, actually, a funny story, doing really bad in high school, went to go see my uncle George. He's named after my great-grandpa. So this is George Jr. Go there, and this is what stuck out of my life. This was pivotal to kind of like wake me up in the school realm. Go there. They're trying to make sure I'm doing things right. So he's like, what are you gonna do? You're slipping up in school, and what you gonna do? You think you're just gonna play video games all your life? That's what you're gonna do? And I said, yeah. He said, well, you know what? You're never gonna be anything. Told me that in front of my aunt, my mom. We in Studio City. It's nice, lawyer, nice everything. It's my family. This is supposed to be my blood. You'll never be anything. My mom, my aunt, we looked at, what? Oh, it's time to go. I left, and from that day, I was like, all right, I have something to prove. I love proving people wrong. Because, I mean, I just take my time with it, because I feel like I work on my own time. But if people think I can't do something, then I'll just do it like this, and I'll just look at you like it's very simple, you know? So after he said that, I got on my school stuff, and I graduated. It was that simple. It was very simple for me. I mean, I got kicked out. I went to a continuation school. I had to do the packets and all that, but I graduated before I was supposed to. I tell you that, and I did my thing. But I just used those instances as motivation, you know. Always be in my back of my head, just like, you'll never be anything. Like, why would you tell me that? I'm supposed to be, you know, you're supposed to be my uncle. I'm coming to you for help. You don't tell this to your kinfolk. So we don't talk anymore, but he sees my success, you know. I kill people with my success, you know, because I could have been doing I could have been doing a lot worse, you know, and I think I'm doing really well now, very well, you know. I work for waste management. I'm over the whole San Diego. I'm killing it. I'm killing it, dude. So a nice apartment, you know. It's no worries, you know. I came from living in a garage, you know, when I was in Fontana, which you mentioned, Fontana. Living it was bad, dude, bad. No rats everywhere, roach everywhere, you know. I was living with all women at the time. I was living with my girlfriend. I didn't have a job, you know. It was getting bad. So I was like, this is crazy. And didn't have any money. This was, I would say, this was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
So when you were going through school, like you were, I mean, obviously you stopped, right? So you're going to, right?
I was just working at this point. I was just in the work field.
What was the kind of like what was the hurdle? What was the something? Was it a mental hurdle that you had to get over during this time?
Yeah. I mean, I had to get over myself. I mean, I had to figure out, like, you got to get out of your own way. You're blocking you. You need to get up. You need to do these things, because if you don't do it, you're not going to eat.
Do you? Oof.
So
was it like this? And I'm curious here, really, because you hear this message, right?
Yeah.
You're in continuation school. You're like, I gotta graduate.
Yeah.
You make it happen. You graduate.
Yeah.
Right. And then you kind of go down the path everyone was forcing you to go, because it gets this in your mind. Like, I guess I have to go to school. And you go to school.
I went to Chafee.
And you're going through the process of this as well.
Yeah.
But something's still pulling your heart. I want to get to that point.
Yeah.
3 years ago. But something's pulling to your heart throughout this time, right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I was going at the time when I was going to Chafee. I was going with my grandma at the time. She was going to school, so we were taking AP classes together. You know, we took AP computers, and I took AP nutrition, things like that. So just like learn, you know, just different things. But she really wanted me to go, and you know, I went and I did the whole thing. I did a tour of SC, because I have, you know, family in SC where I can get in. So I was like, I'll look at it. You know, took the tour, didn't like it. And I was like, this isn't me. I gotta figure out who I am.
Right.
This school stuff is not me. I'm smart, but I don't want to apply this for this. This is not for me. So I had to really, like, go through a lot of hardships because I didn't finish school. And that's the thing I kind of regret, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I regret not doing the school thing, because I would have probably been advanced a little bit further in life, but I don't regret it, because it's given me insight in what the everyday struggle is. Because I had to, at one point, I was doing DoorDash just to have some gas and a slice of pizza, and I was still broke at the end of the day. So, you know, that could have still been my story. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go through that. Like, what does a everyday man go through, like, when they don't really have it, when they have nothing to their name? I had nothing to my name. When we were speaking about the 3 years ago, I had nothing to my name, dude. Nothing. I was living in a garage, like I mentioned. I was living in a garage with my girlfriend at the time, with their family, rats, roaches, hot, middle of summer, 102. with fans that were barely working, and I was still gaming. I was still trying to make it work. I was still trying to figure it out. I've never not played video games in the time of my life. That may have been a detriment, but in my eyesight is, if I want this bad enough, don't stop. Because if I stop now, I just literally wasted time, and I can't get it back. So, yeah, man, that 3 years really woke me up. You know, going from job to job, trying to get like a temporary job, getting laid off, going there. Oh, we don't have any work. Oh man, well, how am I supposed to eat? I gotta pay my car. Having repossessions from the cars, and I have to figure it out. You know, taking Ubers to work. Then I don't have money for Uber. You know, it's a crazy time. You know, it really sobers you up. It's like, is this gonna be my life forever, or am I gonna actually put some grit down and really change my life? And I had to. You know, I was at a point where it's like, I either do crime or I change my life. And I got the call from Waste Management. That changed my life, dude. It changed my life. Because I broke down that very night. I was like, I don't know what to do. I have no money. I'm living with my girlfriend's family. They look at me as, you know, something else because I'm not being a man. I'm in their house, not providing for their child. This is not good, you know. So I broke down and I was like, I don't know what to do. I called my mom. I was crying. I was like, hung up the phone. I was like, well, start robbing people. That's what we're going to do. We got to get these money. We got to get.
That was the call.
That was the call in my mind. Like, I was like, well, start robbing people because you gotta eat. You got to figure it out. So the very next day, Waste Management calls like, oh, yes.
Jeez, dude.
Saved my life. These little instances that happen in my life is I know that my grandmother's watching over me because I'll do some reckless things and then by the grace of God, nothing would happen. I've had a blown tire in the carpool lane and blown tire and I hit the rail and I had to get off. I didn't even get hit. How does that happen? Things happen to me. I just can't explain it, you know? So I know that I have a covering over my life, but at the same time, I can't waste it, you know. So, yeah, my life has been crazy, dude.
You want to drop the mic? Just pull the mic down, just yeah. We get it closer. You want to drink some water, man? Holy cow, dude. You can swing it out now. Sorry. Yo, this is wildin'. How we looking, Sarah? We're good. Yo, guys, chat. Jeez. Okay. You have been working towards gaming. It's been one big part of your life.
Yeah.
That's the escape.
Yep.
That's like the thing you have been invested into, right? And the goal is to be able to really kind of progress from there.
Right.
You also, though, have been educating yourself. You're constantly educating yourself on things. You say you don't mind reading books and stuff like that, even as a kid. So going to school with your grandmother was like that's just so crazy to even think about.
Yeah, I was taking the bus with my grandma to school. That's crazy.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
But at some point she unfortunately passes.
Yeah.
Was that during that time?
No, that wasn't during that time. It was when she passed. I was already in the workforce. Okay. She understood I wasn't going back to school. She passed of cancer. So she passed in her sleep. So it was okay. I mean, we were there. You know, my mom and me were there. So whenever she needed, my mom, again, trooper, whatever, she bathed my grandmother, did everything. You know, because we love her. You know, if you love somebody, you show them. You know, that's how we show love. You don't just say it, or you know, you give someone something. You do for them. You know, without question.
Right.
So that's what I was shown from my mom at that stage when she had to take care of my grandma. Cause it's like this is a lot. You know. Yeah, she passed of cancer, and then from there I was confused. I didn't understand it because then I had to live with my mom, and then my stepdad. And at that time, me and my stepdad really didn't get along. So we were having feuds back and forth. You know, it's like, dang, I have to have an outlet, gaming. That was literally my only outlet because I didn't have it at the time to to go skate or go do things because I didn't have money.
Right.
So I only had the little Xbox 360, man. That was it. So, yeah. And what's crazy is when I was living, to backtrack, when I was living in Fontana with my girlfriend at the time, there was a young kid, Akai, same kind of setup, lives with his grandmother, doesn't have an outlet. So, doing terrible. He was doing terrible in school, dude. Terrible. Got him right. He graduated middle school. This last year. Wow. I gave him an Xbox. I gave him my own Xbox. He's doing really good. I got him in basketball just because I see the parallels in our lives, because you don't want somebody to go down the same road. Not saying that my road was hard by no means. I've taken this road myself. I did it to myself. But when you see a child in the same setup, like he doesn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody.
Right.
I only had my grandmother. So, I've taken them under my wing and just try to do my best, as somebody I would want when I was that age, So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool feeling now, or at the state I'm at now, where I can help a little bit, and I found gratitude in that, So
that mentorship and paying it forward to those kids around us.
Tammy Terrell.
Oh, that's my mama.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to mom. Shout out to Tammy Terrell.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom.
She said the reason why we moved so much is because his grandma and I wanted Rocky to be in the best school district.
Yeah.
Yo, that's so huge, man. Dude, that school district was no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really, really good job. I like Etiwanda School District for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
I wish I would have went to
the Los Osos.
Man, I went to Rancho High for some odd reason, because where I lived, I was on the border of Etiwanda High School and Rancho.
Don't you hate when they do that?
I was a toss up. I was a wobbler. So I was like, oh man, I guess I got to go to Rancho.
I'm a wobbler.
So yeah, I went to Rancho, man, and that was the best thing for me. Best thing, because Rancho, you have different facets. Not saying you don't have that in different schools or anything like that, but
right.
Rancho is I feel like it's completely different than the other schools. I mean, you got the Tongans, you got the blacks, you got the whites, you got everybody mixed into the bubble, and they're not so opposed to talking to you. It's just that you got to find your own lane. Just like any other high school. But Rancho was lit, dude. Rallies lit, everything lit, man.
Yeah, it's good times then.
Yeah, man.
I'm thank you so much for the comment as well. One of the things that I really want to kind of get into, which is kind of the final part, right? As you kind of progress and you run into these things, you lose kind of your grandmother.
Yeah.
Granny is as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You're kind of losing that kind of family structure, especially the early childhood. Right. Yeah. You're kind of losing. Seems like father's not really around during this time.
No, he's not.
And then so it's like you and your mom going through that kind of last cycle.
Yeah.
And I imagine it's not easy living in California.
No, man.
No, like no
man.
Joke. And so that support that she had to give you from afar, to kind of help you get to where you are now. Did you ever imagine kind of being the place that you're at this moment?
No, I thought I would be dead. I'd be dead because I was doing a lot of reckless things, man. I was doing a lot of reckless things in the world where I shouldn't have been doing, because I was trying to live up to a name that doesn't mean anything. Like, gang names don't mean anything. They don't hold weight to nothing. Like, it's nothing. It doesn't equivalent anything to you getting a loan. It can't give you anything, a rebate on taxes. It can't do anything for you. It's just status. And I can't live off of status. So
you mentioned this sentence that you said this word. You said, like, I don't really, saying, like, you have to kind of build it.
Yeah.
Right? Because nothing was passed down.
Yeah.
So then you have to, like, kind of, like, use as you can.
Yeah.
But one of the things it seems like you did really well is that, like, you learned a lot from these experiences as you've gone through life.
Yeah.
And you kind of utilized and catalyzed it to where you are now.
Yeah.
Whether it be working in waste management for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
I'm really curious, Ken, in this kind of projection here. now that you have your own space, you kind of seen that, and you've gone through this life of kind of like these trials. This is kind of now you're at this stable place.
Yeah.
You're building your Twitch career.
Yeah.
Right. But also building your kind of career as well.
Yeah.
What's the dream? What are you fighting for? What do you want out of life? What's the goal now? Like looking at everything.
Well, I think the goal for me, the end goal for this is to be a pretty not well-known streamer, but decent streamer, but more so where I can just use that money to help others, because I understand that in this business it doesn't last long. So I want to use the finances I get from this to help my mom, and get her good, because she deserves it, and then mostly my friends that have been there, that have been helping me, like Jordan and Isaiah, Chris, those types of things, where I'll split whatever money I get. Here you go. Like it doesn't matter. Money to me, because I've been raised with money. It doesn't matter. It's just a thing. But I understand that it helps a lot. So if I get to that platform where I'm like good in life, where I'm gaming and people know me, like here you go. Here's your platform. Here you go. And I tried it. Well, we did try it, but it didn't work out. I had to learn the hard way again that to build something, you got to do it by yourself, and then you add people along the way. You can't start with this core idea and you're pushing this notion, but it's only your idea. There's other people. So if you want this idea to be concrete, you have to build it by yourself first, and then cultivate other people around it. And I had to learn that, So it's just been at this phase of my life, just a learning thing, trial and error, But I feel like that's the dream, just in corporate status, like waste management, just to be like a route manager, just to drive around the trucks and see what they're doing would be cool. Because right now, I do oversee San Diego, the whole San Diego, but I feel like I could do more, and that's what a route manager is. They do post checks, pre checks, make sure that the drivers are getting to and fro places and things like that. So just to help, I think that's in a deal, just to help with that would be cool,
More?
She said, Jovonni, hi, you look great.
Oh, love. I'm getting old.
And he had too much prayer behind him. God has a plan for his life.
Hey, amen to that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
One of the things I'm curious about is looking at this past, right?
Yeah.
The history of everything so far now.
Yeah.
Understanding where you are now, where you want to go.
Yeah.
Do you have any regrets?
No regrets, because I feel if I lived my life with regrets, I wouldn't have learned anything. Like I have to go. You got to go through something. You have to. So why regret what I went through? Because it made me stronger. If I didn't go through it, I would still be that young, reckless person, not knowing. Like you have to go through. No, this is not what you do. This is how you correct things. So, yeah. I don't live my life. If I could get it, the no regrets. I'm just kidding. Nah, there's just no regrets, because it's life.
Right.
You can't regret life. It's your life.
Jesus.
It's your life. So you can't regret it. You have to go through it. You got to live it. So the only thing that you can do is to make it the best life that you possibly can. And that's what we do, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So that's why we're supposed to work out, eat right, and pretty much read to keep your brain stimulated. But all that's getting shuffled because, like you mentioned, AI technology is coming in, especially TikTok. It's just brainwashing. It's just all mush, and we don't take in information. It just goes through one ear, out the other, and we don't hold it. So I feel like I don't know.
No, it's good. No, that didn't have regrets. It's
Yeah,
really awesome as well. Rocky John Campbell.
Yeah, man.
I would like to get into. We kind of call this the the final segment.
Okay.
This is when things get spicy.
Ooh.
Yeah, you want some water before
El
things get some
caliente.
spiciness? Or are you ready to get into
it? Snaps. Let's get into it.
So, we call this the deep questions.
Okay.
So now that we kind of gone through your life and kind of seen the story as it played out,
yeah.
Now the goal is to kind of see how these questions now can stimulate them. These are hand chosen by Sarah, so she's actually got to, as you talked about your life, she found some good ones to ask you. So, feel free, take as much time as you like, go into it fast, whatever. Okay. No particular order, maybe. Oh man, Sarah's starting with the heat. Sarah's starting with like the real heat.
Bangers.
Oh my gosh. Taking an effect of your last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
If you only had 3 more years left to live, what would you change about your life right now?
Man, dang. 3 things that change. I would say
No. Just if you had 3 years left to live. What would you change about your life right now?
Nothing actually. Actually, nothing. I'm at peace.
Wow.
I'm at peace with my life. I've already been through the chaos, the hell, all that mumble jumble. I've been through that. Like, I got a little mini putt in my house. Like, I don't want for nothing right now. You know, I'm at peace. I'm calm. I'm happy. I'm watching anime on my 75-inch TV. Like, I'm chilling. I already been through the hell. And I feel like I deserve it, you know. When you go through, again, the trials and tribulations of life does reward you if you stay down and you're humble and you're diligent about your life. And I've been very diligent about my life and about other people's lives too, you know. And life has rewarded me, you know, and hopefully it keeps rewarding me so I can help other people too, you know. So I wouldn't change anything. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm smiling. Like, so this year I've been smiling more. Like, it's crazy. I haven't been smiling. Everything's been doom and gloom. Like, it's been bad. So I'm smiling, laughing, making jokes, trying to be who I was. That kid that you used to know in the YMCA. Yeah. That got lost in translation because life hit me. So I'm learning to smile again, man. So I wouldn't change anything. Nothing.
If you could have any job in the world, what would it be and why?
Ooh. I think, what would it be? Well, when I did take the test, you know, you take that test in college where I think the aptitude test.
Yes.
They tell you what you're good at. So
Sarah's like, yo,
I remember this.
So mine was SWAT. Mine was SWAT.
Yo, no shots.
Yeah. Mine was SWAT, architectural design, and it was some other thing. So I was like, I don't think SWAT like is good. Like, I don't think this is.
Hey, actually, you got some, you know.
I don't think this is okay. So I'm gonna just go with the architectural because I like drawing. So I just do that. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yo, you could have been a really good SWAT, man.
Yeah, no, man.
Experience. You know what the safe is at.
Kicking in. Hey, wait, no. They'll find me on the spot. Yeah, you done breached and cleared, and you done tased the baby.
You've done enough Call of Duty. You've done enough Soldier. You know what I mean? You've done enough Soldier.
Yeah, I've done enough video gaming, but I mean, ain't nothing to prepare you for that real life thing. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
So, the aptitude test, man, that put me in perspective.
It's hilarious. All you need is the third one to be a video game master.
Yeah, there'll probably be video game.
That's love it.
Yeah, another one. Auntie said, shout out. She's proud of you.
Oh, thank you, Auntie.
Hey,
yeah, I got the whole family in here.
Shout out to the fam, man.
The whole family.
Thanks for supporting. That's what's up. That's what we need. Okay. What's the last thing you learned about yourself that surprised you?
My patience. Actually, I've learned. Being in the field that I'm in, with drivers being hectic or breaking down, or possibly the truck being on fire. It's happened plenty of times, or the container being on fire. I've learned patience, because someone could be irate, going crazy, and you give that energy off. Now there's dysfunction. Now no one's listening to anything, and nothing's going to progress. So I've learned that patience is the key. Even if that person doesn't understand, just wait and maybe it takes a little bit for it to sink in. Who knows? Just to wait. So yeah, that surprised me the most, because again, I'm the type of person that wants answers right then and now. You got to give it to me right now. But I'm learning now is like, oh, well, if you don't know, then you don't know, and it's okay. But if it's a detriment, I would suggest you to figure it out, but just the patience is one thing that definitely surprised me.
It's a good answer. Two more.
Yeah.
I think I'm really excited for this last question. In what way do you think you add to other people's happiness?
Oh man, I think I add to their happiness as in just the jokes I tell, or just the random stories I have, just to lighten people's days up, because they wouldn't believe half the stuff that I've been through. So it's like, no, there's no way. There's no way. And I explain, it's like, wow, you really did that? Yeah, this is this, and just the jokes that I provide, and the stillness, you come to my house, the stillness and the peacefulness, I think that I secure that with my family and my friends that have been over, because I don't let a lot of people around.
Of course, man.
Dude. So I've only let 2 people at my house, friend wise. Family been through, but like a lot of people don't know where I live, like at all. So it's just to bring the peace. If you need peace or stability, I'm the guy, because I know how it feels to be without. So I think that's what I bring.
Final question.
Yeah.
What piece of advice would you give to your 15-year-old self? 14, excuse me.
Consistency.
14-year-old self.
Be consistent, because without consistency, you're not going to get anywhere in life, in anything. And that's one thing when I was younger I didn't have. I wasn't consistent in anything. I would dabble in everything possible, but not stick to it. And I would say to myself, yeah, just stick to it. If that's what you want to do, just stick to it and be consistent and love it. And life is not going to always be happy, go, and smiles and rainbows, but just try to always have a positive mindset, because you have a negative mindset in your mind, guaranteed 85% of the times life is going to be terrible. So, unless you win the lotto or some awful crazy reason, but if you look at life in a negative, like you wake up and it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna have a terrible day. I'm guaranteeing you're gonna have a terrible day. Or if you wake up and like, whew, okay, let me read something. Let me, like, Headway. I have Headway. It's an app, right?
Yep.
I use Headway a lot. Just read a 15-minute segment. Brighten up my day. All right, let's go. Let's have a good productive day. And that's been helping me a lot, dude, a lot. Even the profession I'm in, just you wake up, you go, you clock in to work, and you're not gonna have a good day at work, but you try to have a positive mindset, So, yeah, the consistency and just to have the positive mindset keep you along. It take you distances in life, man.
Where can people find you, man? Connect with you.
Well, I got Twitch, Cert the Guy, CertHeGui, Cert the Guy.
Cert the Guy.
Yeah, Cert.
Sarah, you got that?
No, it's okay. I got it. I'm gonna say it again. CertHeGui.
That we're gonna post it in the chat for you.
Yeah, Cert the Guy.
Cert
It's on.
the Guy.
Yeah, it's on Twitch. Cert the Guy, and then I have YouTube. Same thing. And then my Instagram, Rocky.Campbell. I figured just to leave that my name. There's no need to have gamer tags. I think I'm too old for that. To hide behind a facade name. It's my name. So if you want to see anything about my life, come on down.
Yeah, come on through, guys. Yo, you have so much to, there's so much to talk to you and to just be connected with you about. There's so many things that I've learned. Just like, again, that kind of sense of like, your great grandfather,
Yeah.
right, being kind of in that like psychiatrist profession.
Yeah.
And like even you doing that report on him
Yeah.
back in college. And it's
Yeah.
crazy that was around the time you did it with your grandmother too.
Yeah.
So she must have been there, a part of that process.
She was so proud of that, man.
Holy cow.
She said, "You doing it about my dad? Yeah. You want to read it? Yeah." She read the whole thing. She loved it.
Wow.
Teacher loved it. It was a highlight. That was a highlight of my life because it's like
Wow.
I'm showing you your father and what he means to me. You know, so she loved it. He loved it. I got an A, and that was great. That was great. You know, I was like, oh, I'm gonna really do good in school. This is gonna push me. I was like, nah, no, that was it. That was a good assessment. You know, that was a good assignment.
But that was something that really felt like something.
that struck me. That struck me.
You see it in your entire life, these connections that you have with people and how much they mean to you.
Yeah.
Right? Good or bad or ugly.
Yeah.
Right? You there's a story behind it.
Yeah.
There's a meaning behind it.
Yeah.
There's people that you connected with, whether it be a short amount of time, but you remember them.
Yeah.
It's really cool and how much detail they have. You
Yeah.
know, whether it be Jordan or Chris or your uncle or like your aunt, you know,
Yeah.
your mom, your dad. You know, it's just, you always kind of have these people in your life that you kind of go through. And it's so crazy that it all comes down to consistency at the end.
Yep.
For our final question, I don't know if Sarah has anything else for us.
Yes.
Oh, we do? Sarah, we got more from the chat here.
Great show. Yes, keep up the great work, Jovonni.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Yeah, so the final question I like to ask all our guests as they come on.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, this is the story of you, the archiving the life. This is a chapter.
Yeah.
And again, this is the beginning, right, of the never ending. So if it doesn't end, you know, and your great grandchild, you know, looks at this, what advice would you give them about their life and how they should move forward with it?
Be proud of the work that you do. Even if it's minute, be proud of it because you did it. No one else did it. You did it. You put in the work and stand tall. You know, don't let anything bring you down. I mean, life is going to bring you down regardless, but just to stand up and then stand up for what's right. You know, a lot of people don't do that nowadays. They don't say, hey, don't do that, or hey, you shouldn't do this, even if you don't even know them. Stand up for what's right because you might save someone's life by doing that. So I'd say that just do the right thing, stand up for what's right, and stand on your business and be consistent. So if you do all those things, you would succeed in this life. Mounds and bounds, I tell you that.
And just for the cherry on top, what is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life, man. I would say the meaning of life would be to enjoy your family, the time that you have on this earth with the people that you meet and interact with on a daily basis. I would say, even if you don't even see them on ever again, just say hi. That's what life means to me, just to connect. Life is to connect, and that's what life is. It could be anything, any minute thing in life, but to connect physically and mentally with it means a lot to me. To grasp just the understanding of love too. I think that's a big thing. Because if you don't do those things, you're not experiencing life. If you're not grasping to love, you're not grasping to connect, you're just here. And you're not helping anybody, you're just living. And no one wants to just to live. We're all here to make an impact, big or small, on this world. And you don't want to just to be sitting anywhere just living. And everybody can contribute to Earth. Everyone. Doesn't matter if you have a job or not. So I feel like just to connect and to love, those are two big things, and that's what life is.
Thank you for everyone who joined us today. Keep it rocking. We ain't done yet. Come on, chat. Talk to us.
Rocky's great grandfather has a
A plaque.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
King Hospital since he was the head of
psychiatric. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yo, I've never he put a plaque. I didn't realize he was. It was in. It's there.
Yeah.
At that hospital forever.
Yeah, it's there. You can go up there and look at it.
Oh, you have a picture of that? We got to go grab that.
Yeah.
We need a picture for that so we can put a. Yo, that's some really good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool how like this. It's crazy to just know how like lineage can just pass down like that. You just could take those things on as you move forward. So. Shout outs to our painting. We do a normally we have a beginning reel that we do, but we want to shout it out. This painting is the one that you chose.
Yes, sir.
Put on our wall here paintings that we have on the back wall here. Why did you choose this out of the 300 you could have chose?
I chose this painting because I think this reflects who I am, the branches, the connectivity, the life. I think this painting just speaks life. It has a lot of green. The roots are strong in the tree. It's blossoming. So I feel like that kind of represents who I am. I mean, I have a lot of branches everywhere. Like I touch a lot of people, and my roots are really supplanted. If you know me, you know me. I don't change. For the better. I change for the better, but overall, I don't change, and I feel like this represents me because a tree does change, but it doesn't. It just grows, and I think that's what I am. I just grow. Yeah, so I love it, man. Yeah, that was it.
Am I missing anything else? We Gucci? Hey.
That is a beautiful.
Oh shoot, you're right. Okay, so guys, if you don't know, you guys are willing to donate paintings to the show. Anyone can paint. We have the stuff that will be Sarah can post or let you guys know. Join our Discord if you want to know exactly how you can donate these paintings. We put it on our back wall and we shout out to every artist. Normally we do it on our YouTube, but this was painted by MKC. Shout outs to our producer, Miss Mukyung Song Christian, for doing our painting today. Put some respect on her name.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
We have something else?
Yes, Rocky, you better blossom and grow.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Go blossom. Sure, you don't know what time it is. She said, look, we got to step up. I love it. Well, to everyone, thank you for joining us tonight. We do this show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday to record and archive the life stories. So please like, comment, subscribe. We really appreciate it. Share these stories to people so we can get more stories heard. At the end of every show, just we want to spread peace, love, and happiness, man, even after death. Have a great night, everyone. Peace.
Later.